Okay, moving on to Wazo. So they've recently raised a round. So we had 5 responses only. We had 12 in 2019. So, generally, it is difficult because of the, once it gets to 5, it's very heavy. 1 vote in, one area can have, skew everything significantly. So I'd say, don't read too much into it. I include it because we had at least 5 responses there. In terms of scale, 2019 was far more, using it at scale, while in 2021, it seems to be, being using it on smaller projects. Again, because of sample size, there's a limitation to what you can infer. Strengths, scalability, ease of programming, robustness, which is the same as 2019, team committed, knowledgeable, quality conscious, with a good forum support. And then documentation doesn't stick to LTS version of Asterisk, not suited for production, requires too much technical skill to be deployed. So again, there was just one person mentioned that, but we included it in there because it's important that you see what people are saying. I think, because the team, and it is back to the people. It's the people that define the projects. We can't underestimate that in open source projects. The future is considered bright. A new concern that was mentioned is what's going to happen between the project and the business side of Wazo, and perhaps there's a need for greater clarity there. I mean, similar thing, between SignalWire and FreeSwitch. And the key is, it's trust in the people and having, a very clear demarcation line, because it does impact how people perceive the project. And again, with Wazo, client interfaces, again, smaller size, so you can't read too much into these, but classic SIP phone, people generally haven't, if you've developed low-level features without giving them back, hasn't been the case. VM, bare metal, similar to many. Ansible for configuration management, so get those scripts out. And they do have, I think with Wazo, they do have a number of scripts that make it easy to get the project up and running, generally on your own infrastructure, and then a whole range of ways of supporting redundancy, no dominant method. And of course, they work with Elio, the open SIPs, so they can support redundancy there. Again, across the community, I would say for 2021, there was a little bit more spread. It wasn't, as positive as we saw in previous years. But I'd say that again, you're limited by the size of the number of responses, but also it's a project that's recently launched. So of course, early on, you may get very positive. And then as reality sets in and you get more people involved, you tend to get a broader spread, as we see with Asterisk and with FreeSwitch. And this shows, so you can see, between 2021 and 2019, the difference in responses. So that's it for Wazo, an emerging project that's just raised some cash. So good luck to those guys.